All right, Sisters fans. Now, somebody sent me a screenshot of a comment or tweet. I have no idea where this came from, but it was probably the comment section on a YouTube video, Facebook post, or Instagram post. But this one sentence says a lot. If it was up to Zach, he would rather Karen stay single while he marries Fatima. And to be honest, I I hate to say it. I hate to say it, but it does seem like that's the route the writers are going with Zach as a character. I mean, you could flip it and even say, well, look at the past several seasons of Sisters, where you had Karen, everything was all fine and dandy while she was with Aaron, moving on, changing for the better as a person. But the moment Zach was discovered to have found somebody else and was moving on as well, that's when Karen had an issue. But one has to wonder if Zach and Karen never had that, sex in her office, how would things would have turned out from that point? I mean, we know Karen still assumed the worst about Zach even prior to them having sex towards the end of season 2. She assumed it was him that stole her credit card and ran up a $5,000 bill. So it makes you think, if Zach never went down to the salon begging and pleading for her to believe him and they never had sex, she would still be a bit flabbergasted that he moved on. But even worse, if she was looking at Aaron as the rebound until Zach got his stuff together, there would be no way in the world he would even think about taking her back because she got him arrested. And, this is under the what if Zach never went to the salon and had sex with Karen, meaning that even if she did wind up pregnant, there wouldn't be a chance of him being the father. So it just makes you wonder how things would have turned out. But yeah, it is kind of weird because, Zach is engaged in the continuity of Zatima. Remember that show, not Sisters. We have Fatima pregnant and they're engaged and whatnot. Yet, and then he has a son, with Heather being Michael. And now he has a son or daughter through one of Karen's twins. However, despite all of that, he still seems to get bent out of shape whenever Aaron comes around, or if we see Karen interacting with any other dude. I mean, what's his name? Trey, who just showed up. It almost seems like Zach is determined to puff his chest out anytime there's another potential male in Karen's life. Almost like, well, you're not better than me, but it's like, well, Zach, even though, you got money and everything now, you really didn't set the bar too high for any man to come into Karen's life and to upstage the Zach that was with Karen, during season 1. So it just seems like any chance Zach gets, he will use it as an excuse to showcase, well, how much of a man he is, but at the same time, it just shows off his worst traits, making him seem like a, immature child. So it is kind of weird when you think about it. Let's say hypothetically, Karen and Aaron do end up together. And even if that by that point, they try to get married or something, let's say Zach and Fatima are married, Fatima's had their baby and whatnot, yet he's still giving Karen the stink eye, or any man the stink eye that is going with Karen. It just feels weird because it makes you wonder, like, so are you still in love with Karen, even though you keep saying, I got love for Karen, I'm not in love with Karen. So if you look at how the writers have done Zach in season 7, it just makes all the stuff from like season 2 of Zatima and season 5 and a bit of 6 of Sisters seem completely irrelevant. So you could argue though, well, Jeremy, look at how Zach was acting towards Karen after the whole salon thing, from, smiling on the phone and whatnot, and, caressing her and everything in front of his own fiance at the salon in front of everybody else. it really looks bad. So maybe it isn't completely fair to blame the new writers because Tyler had a hand in writing Zach that way. It's just the new writers are expanding on that. But that's neither here nor there. Well, technically it is. If you look at it hard enough. But I mean, this goes for Zach and Karen. How miserable do they want to see the other be? So long as it's like, hey, it doesn't matter if I have a great partner, that I'm in a relationship with, I'm in love with. I don't want to see you move on. So basically, Zach is acting no better than Karen was for the past several seasons because despite having a person by your side that's really into you and you're into them and they bring out the best in you, you're still reaching back looking to see in the rear view mirror if your ex has moved on. And it shouldn't matter because you have. So we'll just have to wait and see how things progress, whether it's with Aaron or Trey. But Zach, he really needs to chill. So let me know your thoughts on this comment in the comment section below. Like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.